Hello guys, welcome to the channel, and today I'm gonna talk about Harshad Mehta. I've just done watching the Scam 1992 Sony series, and I was interested in Harshad Mehta as well. I mean, the series is great. The actors, all the actors in that series, especially the main actor, oh my god, their acting is great. So yeah, the story is really interesting as well. You know, like how he made, I mean, million and millions of dollars. Probably he became the first billionaire, self-made billionaire in India in 1992. At the peak of his career, his net worth was like probably 450 or 500 million dollars, which is equivalent to uh, you know, billion or $2 billion in today's world. All right. So my first video was like about Rahu Ketu and their dispositors, Maha Yoga. And when I looked at his like Harshad Mehta's birth chart, I saw the same thing. So let's have a look. So I got this birth chart from Astro Sage website. That's where I get all my birth chart from. A great website. His date of birth is accurate, but time of birth, I'm gonna explain more about time of birth. The rating of the time of birth is reference, so they're not sure about the timing. But date of birth is accurate because you can actually feel that this is Harshad Mehta's chart, especially after watching the 83 series and how he was, and everything else. All right, so let's have a look. So look at his fourth house where Rahu is sitting in ninth Rashi with Mars. Okay, so and look at his Ketu. Ketu is sitting in third Rashi with Mercury and Jupiter. So Rahu is sitting in Jupiter Rashi and Ketu is sitting in Mercury Rashi. So Jupiter and Mercury, they both are sitting in 10th house, and that's his Maha Yoga. But I told you, like in my first video that if the dispositors or Rahu or Ketu are in, like Kendra houses, Turkona houses, then you don't fall from once you rise in life. Then what happened? He passed away in Venus Madasha. Venus in 12th house, I mean, it's bad, but it's not as bad. I'm gonna now do birth time rectification for him. Venus in 12th house is not the cause of like heart attack. Venus in 8th house, you know, 8th house is a Marka house, Dusana house, and that is probably the cause of his death. So on the website it says 10:35 a.m, but what I believe, he was born in the evening around like 6:30. All right, so I did his like birth time rectification. um all right, so that's his accurate birth time. That's what I believe. So look at his Ketu in 6th house, and uh, Rahu Mars are in 12th house, and Venus is sitting in 8th house. I'm gonna explain everything because why I believe this is the accurate birth time. Okay, so let's first look at his 7th house. Yeah, so I was watching his like series, and what I saw in the series that his brother Ashwin Mehta treated him as like mother. you know he was like always like making suggestions, always telling him, do the right thing, do the right thing, you know. And even after his death, he was fighting all the cases for him. So, which is like, and also he was like a nurturer for Harshad Mehta, because Harshad Mehta was always running in his life. So it was like Ashwin who was like being a guide for Harshad Mehta. So seventh house represents your partners, your legal partners, uh, like spouse, any business partners, you know. And two planets are sitting there, Moon and Sun. So Moon can be seen through, you know, like his spouse, his brother, more like family, you know. Moon is sitting in his house, in his own Rashi as well, which is Cancer. And second is Sun. So Sun means government authority. So he had like all the connections with the government and authority. Even the PM of that time, Narasimha Rao, was his like partner, you know. So that's how he made all the partners in the government authority, because Sun was sitting in the seventh house. So let's look at as a 10th house, Saturn. Saturn is sitting in seventh house. I mean seventh Rashi in 10th house. Libra means business, marriage contracts, you know, marriage, but mainly it's for business, you know. So Saturn means like general public. So he appealed to the common man. He was a hero. He was a Amitabh Bachchan for the common man at that time, you know. So he appealed those people, and that's your mass fame. So he was really, really extremely popular in the common man at that time. And now let's take a look at his sixth house and 12th house. Rahu Mars in the 12th house. That's how he. Anytime you see Rahu in 12th house, uh, is 12th house represent asylums, hospitals, jails, you know, imprisonment, all types of things. So Rahu in the 12th house means he went to jail, maybe in the Antardasha of Rahu, you know. So because Rahu is, it has no limits. So, and like wherever Rahu is sitting, you're gonna get the maximum results of that house in your lifetime. So, and Ketu is sitting in sixth house. His sixth house is really, really heavy. Three planets are in the sixth house. So Jupiter, Mercury, Ketu, and the Ketu dispositor is sitting with Ketu. He became a millionaire or billionaire, even billionaire, you know, in the Mahadasha of Mercury. Mercury means business, you know, daily wages. Uh, because it is sitting in the sixth house with Ketu, and this is creating that Rahu Ketu Maha yoga. That's why he got into trouble with, you know, authorities. And the sixth house is like court litigations as well, your enemies as well. So he had like all the enemies related to Mercury, like Mercury through business, and Jupiter means, you know, all his mentors became his enemies, you know. And court litigations, that's how it started. And now look at his eighth house. Venus is sitting in fifth Rashi, which is Leo. The lord of Leo, the lord of Leo is Sun, and Sun represents your heart. So he died due to heart attack. So eighth house Venus means, um, you know, like Venus means your overall health as well, your hormonal health. And hormonal health plus fifth Rashi trouble, and that's how, like he died because of the heart attack. So that's what I believe, that's his actual birth chart. I would recommend, like watch the 1992 series. It's great series. I mean, I recommend it to a lot of friends, and they all loved it. Great series. All right, guys. If you want me to keep making these type of videos, or if you have any suggestions for me, please mention in the comment section. And the next video I'm gonna make is about Salman Khan and his future. Um, bad times are coming for Salman Khan. So if you're interested in that video, so just subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon, so that way you can get the notification every time I post a new video. All right, guys, take care.